Ooh. Ooh.
Would you fuck? I'd fuck hard.
Little Prussian blue. Phthalo green. Titanium. White.
That's creepy.
I'd like to thank everyone for joining us here today. I appreciate all of you, each and every one.
Nobody better than Bob Ross right here, brother.
I just want to make sure that we're all in here enjoying the moment, living for now, and having fun. And getting just a little bit crazy tonight. Like we are.
Fuck. Happy Halloween, you fucks.
I just wanted to show you just a little bit of the titanium white and a little bit of phthalo green we'll be using later with the knife.
All right, so on
Randy.
a serious note, we have nothing to fucking talk about tonight. We just wanted to put a fucking episode out there because it's been a while.
It has. Summer break.
Hopefully this shit goes off the rails really quick and does not find the tracks again tonight.
Yeah, the sooner this ends, the better.
As you know, we've got Bob Ross over here.
That's right.
Most famous painter, painting Muhammad.
Really a national treasure.
Yeah.
Really shaped a lot of my childhood Sunday mornings, ducking church, trying to be quiet, sneak around the house while mom
you
was
ever watch that
sleeping.
fucker paint mountains? He's like, he just put
Every
a little
time.
brush up here and
Happy
then
little trees.
Dude, next thing you know, it looks fucking perfect. It looks like a fucking perfect painting.
Bob Ross is my guy. My son's really into him right now, actually, so I'm watching him on YouTube, kind of re-going. But he used to be on PBS.
Yeah, I know. When I was a kid.
Yeah, the
Fuck, I'm old.
Tom Green, or not Tom Green, Red Green?
Red Green Show.
Red
He's
Green
He's
was
a
on
Canadian
PBS,
guy.
Canadian dude, fixed everything with duct tape.
Duct tape. Can't duck it?
I mean-
Fuck it.
Well, it's nothing. What's changed, right?
I watched him use a sledgehammer on the top of a car to make gull wing doors. He put a fucking
dude.
hole, duct taped it.
I think it was
Happy
the
as a
first
pig
time
and
that I
shit.
saw someone cut two cars in half and just marry the two
And
fronts
duct tape
together,
them,
and just duct tape
Yep.
them together and drive it around.
Yep.
good.
So
That guy's
explain why you
fucking
guys are dressed up.
Oh, happy Halloween.
So
Didn't I
it,
say happy Halloween, you fucks, already?
Potentially.
Halloween episode.
Whatever.
To the Unrefined Project.
Cheers.
Welcome back. Yeah, like you said, we've Jason.
Cheers, Jason.
Jason on the ones and twos over here.
That's Jason Voorhees for anybody that doesn't know.
I missed. I missed the Friday night festivities because I was
having sex.
I was completely too scared to go outside because it was Friday.
Don't talk.
What's he doing to my dog?
Oh my god.
I told you guys this is off the rail. It's gonna be like this all night. Sorry, we'll get into some serious topics, I'm sure.
Well, the problem is I'm very scared of all of these movies that we're starting to make fun of and talk about.
See?
And
Oh, sorry, I had something in my throat.
I had a bit of a rough go with these kind of movies, so I haven't seen any of them. But
You never seen Silence of the Lambs?
No, definitely.
Oh God!
Wait, isn't that's with Sir
Jodie Foster and
Sir
Sir
Anthony Hopkins.
Anthony Hopkins. Is he a sir?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Dude, he got knighted for sure.
Dude, that show is so dope. Or that
Yeah,
movie.
I didn't watch any. No.
Then they have two more after that. I think it was.
So what about Dahmer? Have you
Haven't seen it.
Dude, my wife is all over it right now. She is loving it.
Did you hear the shit they did with the show? They originally came out as LGBTQ, and then the activist got all pissed off at Netflix, and they removed that little tag from it. So you know how you look at the genres of the movies? It was LGBT, right?
Oh shit. I mean,
He was gay, right?
we all have our kinks, right? His
just don't
happened
wanna be associated
his
with
just
it.
happened to be illegal.
Yeah. It's like fuck. He's a white middle-aged guy,
Gnarly.
well, young guy, right? We can't disassociate from
He
that.
didn't like have a flavor or anything either. He was just
No.
out there.
Indiscriminately.
Yeah.
Just eating people.
Pretty
Eating
gnarly.
people.
Yeah, I avoided all that stuff when I was a kid. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, like we were talking about. All the Hills Have Eyes. What was the movie that Rob Zombie did? What was
House of a Thousand Corpses.
Thousand
Yeah.
Corpses, and then whatever the sequel.
That
was.
wasn't that. It was
13
more
Ghosts.
like kind of jump
didn't-
scare. 13 Ghosts was. I like that movie.
Nah, I
It's
didn't.
with the guy from. What the fuck's that guy's name? He was like a detective. Curly hair. I forget
in the
the
movie?
fucking guy's name. No, in his TV show that he was on, Monk. It's the guy from Monk.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That's a good movie. I actually have the tattoo right here. Is the jackal the head in the cage.
No shit.
Yeah, in that movie.
I didn't know that.
I just like that movie.
Yeah. No. So back in the day, my sister and my dad would watch Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah.
And I would be like under the couch, under the blanket.
Yeah.
Hide my eyes, getting made fun of. Like, Are You Afraid of the Dark? Used to scare me when I was a kid.
So what'd you dress up as a kid? Nothing scary? For Halloween?
Like a knight.
Like Bob Ross?
Yeah, exactly.
Or fucking Macho Man?
This was literally one of my
really?
Halloween costumes. Yeah. I made this years ago, dude.
We got to get you, your kids, and your wife over here for like a haunted fucking theater or haunted movie night.
They're at a Halloween party, or they were at a Halloween party.
Yeah.
That's what kind of got me thinking maybe bust out the old...
Yeah, why not?
The old Prussian blue.
By the time anybody sees this, it will be Halloween. So, like I said, happy Halloween.
Yeah.
Bucks.
Yeah, we'll be getting after it. So,
You know what's really scary?
What's that? What's that, Jason?
Oh, my God.
Ooh.
Oh, my God. Yeah, see this?
Would you I'd fuck so hard.
Yeah, see, this is exactly why I didn't watch this shit. Because
This isn't even scary. He's just a fucking cannibal. Well, Wild Bill wasn't. He just cuts people's skin off and
Buffalo
wears
Bill.
it. Buffalo Bill. Not Wild Bill. Buffalo Bill.
Not scary. He just eats people.
No, that was the Anthony Hopkins character. He was already in jail till the end. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, for anyone who's a giant pansy like me,
Just
and
like this
hasn't
guy,
seen
yeah.
the movie yet. Spoiler alert. But yeah, I think it's been over a month since we've sat down and had this little discussion.
Yeah, it's been a while.
We've been busy. We did have a little summer break, as Jason mentioned, so we were getting after it with vacations and boat.
Yeah.
Boating
Going out on a
trips?
boat every couple weekends. Yes, we bought a boat. Shh, don't tell anybody.
There's a new toy parked in the old driveway right now.
It's at the shop right now.
Oh yeah, right.
It's boat. Stands for bust out another 1,000.
For the shop.
Yeah, I always have to go to the shop. Something's wrong all the time.
Yeah, well.
It's only a year old too.
Do you get one of those like flashing check engine lights? when something
No,
goes
I
off?
haven't got the check engine light yet,
Yeah.
but the depth finder wasn't working, and that was pretty much it. And the bimini top,
Right.
What?
the bimini top. It's like a fucking
What
little
kind of name is
canopy
that?
car.
It's
on
like
a
one of
boat,
those bikini tops, but for a boat, you know.
Yeah.
Boats
That's
and toes.
it's pretty much it. Other than that, it's fucking awesome boat.
dope.
The kids love surfing, so we take them wake surfing all the time.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get out on that for sure.
Yeah.
Looks like
Well,
looks like
our
fun.
fucking annual camping trip coming up in July next year.
Yeah.
We'll have it with us then.
We'll get after it for sure. So yeah, I mean, I feel like just even trying to think back over the last month.
I don't remember what I did.
we were talking about back then, or what has happened since. I mean, it's
Fucking old Bob Ross and I over here. We actually shot a show. I think we did a single camera show, and I just kept calling people losers if they couldn't see, shit going on in the real world.
well,
So I decided I'm kind of mean on that one. So I was like, I'll
well. There's definitely
never put it out, never edited it.
There's definitely some.
I'm sure I will now.
eye-opening changes that have happened in the last month.
You know what's fucked up?
Some
Check this
notable
out.
things.
I got a story for you.
right,
So
what do
this
we got?
morning, wife's out of town. She's at a conference. This morning I woke up pissed. I couldn't figure it out for like 2 minutes. I'm like, why am I so mad, right? I'm by myself. The fucking, both dogs are on bed with me. What the fuck is going on? And I watched a couple days ago. Who is it? Brian Dolly and Gavin Newsom. The first 5-10 minutes of the debate. Horrible.
Yeah.
Right? Brian Dolly's, I obviously voted for him, but he's a puss.
Yeah.
Right? He didn't call him out on his bullshit as he was saying it. I was fucking heated at Gavin Newsom this morning. I don't know why.
So who is this other guy?
Brian Dolly, he's the Republican running for California governor.
I have not heard any.
He's not good. Like when they were.
He's not good at debating like John Federer.
No, dude, not at all. Like Newsom was throwing out like serious, straight up lies within the first 5 minutes. I watched 5-10 minutes of it. I could not do it anymore.
Yeah.
It was hurting my head.
Yeah.
Right. So he was saying shit, and Brian was just kept hammering the point of people moving out of the state. It's like, no, call him out on this bullshit, right?
Well,
he kept
why are
saying
people
about all.
moving?
Well, that's all he kept saying is, more people moving out, blah 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 blah. And Newsom just kept fucking one lie after another about being green and all this bullshit and how it's going to save the environment. So I woke up this morning pissed off.
It's weird because
it was very strange.
You just don't hear anything about that in California proper, right?
I must have had a dream about him.
If you're not tuned in, right, you're not going to hear about the debate. They're not going to like talk about it on the news. They're not going to like.
There's only like 2,000 people watching live on YouTube.
Really?
It was pathetic. Yeah. Most people are just going to vote for Newsom because his name. Right? Oh, he's a Democrat. Yeah. California's not so bad, even though we pay fucking ridiculous taxes. We pay fucking highest price in gas in the country.
Well, San Francisco.
That's scary.
And it was already high before too. I mean, let's not forget.
So was Bob Ross, though.
Man. Do you really think? I don't think he was blazing.
Oh, dude, that guy was a pothead.
You think
so?
For
sure.
I don't know.
Dude, he was too calm not to be.
I don't know.
It's either that or fucking just really good shrooms.
You know what? Actually, I have a question. I believe he was former military, if I'm not mistaken.
I know Mr. Rogers
he was a little bit like Mr. Rogers, I think. Someone can fact check me on that. Maybe Elon over at Twitter can hit me with a fact check. Did you see that?
Dude, I cannot believe that motherfucker bought a $44 billion company to run a dad joke by bringing a fucking sink into the headquarters.
I mean, hey, I am a huge fan of a good dad joke.
That was funny. You know, a lot of people are like, that's stupid. It was funny. It was funny.
Okay, but also
the tweet, let that sink in. It's like, oh my God.
Did you see that they've already fact checked one of Bo Jiden's twats?
Who did? Twitter? What'd they say?
Something along the lines of, so the tweet was like talking about 55 corporations making $40 billion last year and not being taxed on it. And then right underneath it was like a warning from readers or more knowledge or more information that you would like to know on the subject. And it was like, actually, only 14 of the 55 companies listed here even made as much money as they claim. Like, just totally debunking it.
We can get into that, the taxes of that shit. Just so everybody knows, corporations usually tend to run at a loss, right? They allocate money for next year. They spend as much money as they can this year. It cuts out how much they pay in corporate taxes.
Typically,
but every company still has, say you have 1,000 people working for you, they're all paying payroll taxes. The CEO still, even if he takes his earnings as stock, whatever he uses, he still gets paid. It's payroll still. He still pays taxes on that. That's the way it works. If you don't like it, flat tax everybody at 10%.
I mean, I don't know if we've actually talked about that on the show or not, but I know we've actually talked about that in person.
Flat tax,
tax is obviously the answer.
That's the way to go.
I don't know why we are still even dealing with the tax code and the.
Well, it's just so it kills the middle of the economy. You get the really poor and the really rich, and the really rich pay for the politicians, right? The middle class gets taxed to death to where they're part of the bottom. That's all it is.
Yeah, but if it was a flat tax, it wouldn't happen.
No, it wouldn't happen.
It would just be.
You make $10 an hour, 10 cents goes to the state and federal taxes.
But also, a lot of those corporations actually just have specific departments, right? Like departments that will just bleed. And then like, okay, well, this is
really funny sitting here watching you look like Bob Ross.
Yeah?
This thing's hard to keep in my head. It keeps fucking rolling.
I'm hoping we're going to get to a little bit of Van Dyke Brown later.
Van Dyke.
But might just have to stick with the Phthalo Green.
Dick Van
Close.
You missed it.
Close, Jason. Actually, I'll give
tried
him,
it.
I'll give him credit.
We can delay that for you if you want.
But the other thing that I found interesting was he was talking about all these reinstatements. We had the 45th come out and say he's supposedly getting his account reinstated. And then I saw something
on Twitter. He says he's not going to because he's got Truth Social. That's Devin Nunes.
He can easily just repost.
Yeah, that's all he's going to do is repost his Truth Social.
It's still getting to
whatever they're called. What are they called?
On Twitter.
They're not tweets on Truth Social.
They're truths.
They're truths. The truths.
My truth.
My truth.
It's telling my truth. Mm-hmm. Actually, touching my chest and talking about my truth. I forgot. We'll just.
He painted this earlier. You should have seen him. It was it was pretty.
Yeah, I mean, I used a little bit of the sap green and a little bit of a little bit of the cadmium yellow. We'll get to the other colors here. Just wait. These eight colors are authentic.
Yeah,
they are
authentic.
Are authentic. Bob Ross colors. I looked them up myself.
A misfit's face with the Epstein didn't kill himself.
My truth. I'm talking about my
truth. My truth. better watch out.
They were
Tons
talking
are
about
gonna come after you.
reinstating all these accounts, right? And I saw great memes. The memes have just been amazing.
And then Elon also came out and said, "We're not reinstating anybody yet that has a permanent ban. Let us go. Let us figure this out. Let us figure out what's going on with the code." Right?
We are creating a board.
Oh, that's right.
Oversee all of the permanent.
Oh, great!
bans.
Nothing can go wrong there.
So
isn't that what Twitter did in the first place?
So I'm actually seeing some pushback or backlash online saying, "Oh, great own, right? You totally own the libtards by doing exactly what they were."
You know
doing.
what though? I have a feeling he'll get into it, and it's gonna be a lot better. I love how he renamed it to his fucking title to Chief Twat.
Chief Twit.
Chief Twit.
Yeah.
That fucking guy.
I mean, he understands.
An autistic billionaire that has a
understands
sense of humor.
the troll.
It's fucking awesome.
He just knows how to troll people, right? I mean, there's people that know how to. My buddy Kyle is a fucking troll. The guy just lives and breathes to troll people.
Yeah.
And, if you're a friend of his and, he's not, you don't have a target on your back, you're good to go. But like, if you're some poor bastard, like volunteering for some campaign and you just happen to text him,
yeah,
he's going he's going to respond, and it is just some wild shit. Like one time he got hit up for the Democratic Party or something. He started talking about like, we need 5 or 10 people by tomorrow. Can you help us? And he's like, sure, I can recruit my deerkin friend. And he's like, a quadriplegic, but it just like goes off. It's ridiculous. But the guy knows how to troll, man. That's just the name of the game. So I think having a platform that it's okay to troll on is a good thing. Now, I will say that saying this, I've said whatever the fuck I want to do on Twitter so far, and nothing has happened.
Yeah, you've got to have over a certain amount of followers before they even notice.
Right, because I'm just screaming into an empty
Unless you
cup.
get a complaint from somebody. They don't give a shit.
So
we're small potatoes, baby.
So unless I talk bad about the Jews, no one will care.
What's with my cord over here? There we go.
Better now?
I think I was gonna cry for a little bit.
So basically, what
macho man doesn't cry.
So basically, what you're saying is, if you don't talk badly about the Jews, no one will care.
It's not what your wife said.
Well, I mean, that has been a thing lately as well. We could mention that's happening, but we all know that's happening.
I don't know. So check this shit out. I tore my rotator cuff.
That happened.
What? Fucking week. Yeah, fuck you, Jason. Piece of shit. So I tore my rotator cuff about a week before my 40th, which is 2 months ago, something like that.
And about a month
and a half.
Month and a half.
What month is it right now?
It's month.
I know Halloween's coming up. What month is Halloween?
It's almost November.
So it was 2 months ago, 2.5 months ago that I did it. So I've been doing a lot of research on this fucking weird fucking stuff called, it's a peptide, right? I guess it's some fucking proteins you make in your stomach. It's called BPC 157. That's something I'd like to talk about. Not this episode, but one of these episodes. Once I do some more research, I actually ordered some. I'm going to try it. It's not for human use. It's for experimental purposes. But
what is
apparently it's really good. It's just it's like a branch of amino acids, basically, of proteins that your body naturally makes in your gut.
What color are these amino acids? Are they Algerian crimson?
Sky blue.
Sky blue.
It's not on there.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not on. I checked.
Oh, okay.
It's not on there.
You sure it's not the Van Dyke brown?
No, it's pussy yellow.
Too slow.
Way off, dude. Holy shit. Would you?
So is it some? Is it
Where are they?
Is it something that
So it's like a
that you ingest?
So there's a couple different ways you can make it into a nasal spray. You get it; it's a powder in a vial. You can reconstitute it.
Oh, so you
reconstitute it. No, you use bacteriostatic water, right? So it's sterile water.
Oh.
And then you can inject it intramuscular, subcutaneously.
That's like what they add that epinephrine to for nasal spray, right?
Yeah, pretty much. And then you can also do it in the, like, say you have a torn tendon in your knee. There's a doctor in Florida that's been doing it. I've been watching a lot of his stuff. He's been doing it with like knee surgeries and knee pains and shit like that. He'll inject it like right at the site of where the pain is. And then he'll have them come back 6 months later. It's like 95% success rate with pain, with it's a really high success rate with growing back ligaments.
Wow.
And tendons that do not grow back on their own. Like my rotator cuff, I got surgery coming up in December, so we'll be off for a little bit then. Or I'll be high as a kite and we'll be doing shows all fucked up.
So it'll be just like this?
Yeah, except I'll be high and not just drinking.
Yeah, well.
But, we'll see. I don't know. I'd love to, I can't wait to get it started, get a report, and find out what the fuck is going on.
So do they have to replace it? Because I know once it tears, it has to be replaced or like surgically placed, right? So
it's the supraspinatus, right?
And then it'll go to work, or will it actually reattach it?
No, it's apparently it'll help it helps the growth hormone in that area or the whatever it's called. And it's just a protein that's naturally found in the human gut. Well, the BPC 157 is. I don't understand all the fucking shit about it yet. I'm going to try it, see how it works, and then I'll do some more research on it. I've done enough to say, hey, I want to try it. So we'll see what happens. We'll keep you guys fucking posted, baby.
All right.
Posted,
interesting.
baby.
We were also, so is that kind of like that other, that
Turkesterone?
Yeah.
No.
That's different, right?
It didn't do shit for me, right?
No? Oh, you took it?
Yeah, I had turkesterone.
Oh, okay.
I take a testosterone supplement that just helps test out like your natural testosterone. I've been taking it for a long time. It works great for me.
To prevent the low T. The dreaded low T. Done.
Isn't that your name?
Done. Only sometimes.
Only sometimes.
Only on Tuesday nights.
Hung low T.
Right before karaoke, but not after.
Oh shit, he hung low T.
Do not catch me. Do not catch me after, because I'll be worthless.
Painting pictures of shit with your crimson red.
I was gonna say. I mean, we all need to just get crazy sometimes and go paint. I would actually like to just do a direct message to the audience and tell them that life is too short to not get out there and just get crazy sometimes on a little bit of painting, and make sure to clean your brushes. Got to use proper cleaning material and just beat the devil out of it. So, back to you.
There's something wrong with you. You know that, right?
Yeah.
You're a little too calm there, Bob.
One of the things that's wrong is I'm running out of juice here.
You want a drink? We'll start painting, and I'll go get you a drink.
I have talked about all of my colors. Did I talk about Prussian blue?
Prussian blue.
Oh, permanent red. I also have a little permanent red here that we could use. So what you want to do is just take your knife blade and just get a nice little roll on there. Just imagine it. It's your world. You can just live in it. Just put a happy little tree right here. Just anywhere. It's your world. And then also, another thing that happened that old Randy really didn't think needed an honorable mention, but I'd like to think that there was a little bit of understanding about certain thing that might or might not have been forced on some people. Oh yes, perfect. Here, just pour that off camera.
Thank you, sir.
Make sure we don't talk about it.
Thank you.
That's perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Did you hear that?
Yes, that's racist.
Oh, that's awesome. Even without your headset. But yeah, the CDC. Was it the CDC? I forget. I think the CDC came out. Or Pfizer. Pfizer actually came out
the closet
and said that.
You mean Fauci came out of the closet?
The old Jabberooski
was
not effective at preventing transmission.
No, that was a lady for Pfizer. They did that international
it was
committee.
A Pfizer study, right?
No, she was some higher up in fucking at Pfizer, and they asked her specifically, was it tested for stopping transmission before it came to market? And she just kind of smirked and laughed and said, no, it wasn't tested for that. Can you throw this in that cup holder?
Oh.
So all that bullshit about, hey, get the jab, you'll save your neighbor. Bullshit.
Oh, I thought it was a study.
Bullshit.
It was just her testifying?
Yeah, that was her testifying. And I forget what country it was that asked her that. One of the guys was
at
like
the UN, or
it was just like it might have been UN or something like that.
Oh,
so
I was under the impression that there was a new study that came out that showed.
No. It was literally all that bullshit about she works for Pfizer and excuse me, yeah, you fucking missed it again.
I got it on both sides.
My dog burped.
She burped too.
Sweet.
Sounded like a cow.
So You know, they kept saying, "Oh, get the shot. If you get the shot, you'll protect grandma, you'll protect grandpa, you'll protect everybody in your surroundings." They never even tested for that.
Yeah.
Even though they said it, fucking Biden said it, fucking Fauci said it, and then now Fauci turns around and says, "I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I also didn't say shut down the schools." You piece of shit! You said shut down everything.
Well, and then they get one of their fact checkers to come in and say, "Oh, he never said that," and then case closed. They bury it, memory hole it. But I was hit up by a couple people over the last couple of weeks, and
Where'd they hit you?
They were like, "Oh,
Was it sexual?
Did you hear? Well, you could play that music again, then we could get it going a little bit." But no, yeah. Are you expecting an apology, kind of a thing, right? And I
expect an apology from who? Who's going to apologize?
I don't really.
No, seriously, who's going to apologize? CDC's not going to say, "Oh, my bad."
So no, specifically people in my life that may or may not have shunned me or avoided contact with me.
Well, you got to imagine this. If they bought that shit, they're buying whatever's coming out next too, right?
I'm not looking for anyone's apology. That was basically my response.
Yeah, fuck them all.
I mean, no, not really that. It's just like more so than an apology, I just want people to like have learned something.
You know what though? I'm kind of not a recluse, but I like to stay at home, and I don't like a lot.
He says
of people,
on his
right?
podcast.
No, I really am. Right? I'm not. I don't. I'm not like this.
That's my wife's point, right? Like, oh, you're just like this guy that wants to be left alone, and then all of a sudden you're like doing a podcast.
Yeah, that's how I am usually, and I've got my close group of friends, and we're all pretty much like-minded, right? It's our own little echo chamber and shit like that. Jason here keeps me in order by making my front yard look like pick and pull, but.
Please have maracas or some Hispanic music playing.
Oh, that wasn't.
But
that's neighbors.
Anybody that anybody that knew that I'm not getting jabbed. I'm not taking the pokey, right?
Yeah.
Didn't want to be around me. I'm good with that. I don't expect an apology for that. I actually want to say thank you.
Sure.
I got more time without you.
Yeah.
If you really thought that by me taking a vaccine was going to fix or stop you from getting it, you're crazy. This is how it works. I mean, it really doesn't. That's not how vaccines work.
Well, but that's never how they've worked, right? People got wrapped up in this whole giant thing because
they've never worked that way, right? They never
have.
You don't get something to help somebody else, right?
The best analogy I heard was JP Sears talking about swimming.
Yeah,
and he's swimming in the pool, and you're sitting on the side sunbathing, and he can't go in the pool without you putting your life jacket on first.
That's pretty much it. I mean,
there's
so many analogies.
He's swimming.
There's so many analogies to it. But if that, it really did blow my mind, and I think we talked about this on another episode about how insane that is to believe it, right? To have everybody talk about it, have the news talk about it, have the president talk about it, have fucking Pfizer talk about it, have the CDC talk about it, have Fauci talk about it, and you're just like, am I crazy for saying that's not how this works? I'm not a fucking scientist. I'm not a biologist. Yeah. I know what a woman is, but I'm not a biologist. I'm not a endocrinologist. I'm not a fucking virus.
Did it make you doubt your decision?
Dog,
did it make you doubt your decision ever once?
No. Not once. Not once did I say, hey, well, maybe I can help somebody else by doing something different to my body.
Yep.
That's like...
You are fake news.
Yes, fake fucking news. The number one rule for me is... I can't do anything to my body that will affect your life. There's nothing I can do that will affect you emotionally, right?
Unless I loved you and you killed yourself, yeah.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Or ate myself to death like all these fat fucks out there in the world.
Hey, but that's being healthy. So, okay, that's
my truth.
We're talking about COVID. Now we're into this like weird non-health thing where we're like glorifying like being unhealthy and overweight and all this kind of shit.
Yeah, when those are one of the biggest fucking factors for dying. You blurped out factor, but you didn't get fucking
or fat.
So
it's the last unprotected
I can't say factor.
Group of people. By the way, the fatties are the only person you can talk shit about.
Fatties.
Yeah.
Well, it will soon. Soon we'll get to one day where the fat are a protected class.
You can't say fat. I told. That's just the way it fucking works. Apparently, you can't say works either.
But I think there's a thread of commonality between those two scenarios. And I would also like to add just one more thing that's kind of going crazy right now with the whole like transgenderism in youth shit. I think people are just kind of getting swept up in all this shit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people are afraid to say something. The sane people are afraid to say something, and then you've got the people on the left, not the left, but say you've got libertarian, right? Just live and let be, right? At some point, you can't anymore.
That's a minority, though.
You can't anymore.
Libertarians,
right? You can't do that anymore, right? You can't let places like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all those big companies. You can't just let them do what they want anymore, because that's a public square that we're talking on. Everybody's talking on, right? It's like a telephone company telling you what you can and can't say on your phone, right?
Yeah, they'll just tell you it's a private company.
That's the thing that's the liberalism way of seeing it. It's a private company. Let them do what they want
until Elon buys it, and then it's problem.
But if it's the town square, you're silencing people at that point, right? You're taking away their First Amendment right. So is that really live and let be at that point? That kind of shit, right? Just like the transgenderism thing. Well, when you're 18, 19, 20, you want to cut your cock off, you do you, boo. Right? It's not the norm. It will never be the normal. They try to normalize it so much, and it's okay if somebody's got something going on in their head,
a mental disorder.
It's always been gender dysphoria. It always has been. They redefined it in the DSM-5.
Not allowed to say dysphoria because
the newest DSM, right? The diagnostics manual.
Yep.
But they changed the wording on it, right?
Yeah.
The definition of it. But it's always been that way. And there's been transgenders forever. There really has been.
Yeah.
Very feminine men, very masculine women. That's just how it works, right? I'll do that too. You're gonna keep scratching.
But they have always been a super minority. Like the Democrats are a super majority in the state of California.
I got mustache hairs going up in my nose.
That even 10 years ago was a super minority.
Yeah.
Something over the last decade or so has really progressed.
They've made it. They pushed it. They pushed the norm of it, right?
Super steep.
Yeah, and then there's that one.
Kanye was right.
It was the
Hey,
you can't say that out loud.
Here's the thing. That's the beauty of the First Amendment, dude.
Yeah, as long as you're not threatening violence,
you should be able to stand next to a pure Nazi.
Yes.
Spouting like the worst Nazi, anti-Jew, anti-Semitic hate.
Yep.
And stand next to him and completely disagree with everything they say, but still defend their right to say it.
Correct. That's what the ACLU used to do.
Well,
they don't, even though I might not like what you say, you have the right to say it. As long as it's not literally a threat or a call to violence. As long as it's not illegal, right? There are things that are illegal to say. You'll see the left brings it up a lot, the whole fire in a crowded theater. You can say that.
Sure.
As long as it doesn't cause harm.
Yep.
Once it causes harm, you've called to action.
As long
right?
as it doesn't cause 100,000 people in a crowd to crush 149
like in
people.
Korea, right? I got to read more into that. I didn't hear about it until you told me.
149 dead, 150 injured.
After watching that fucking debate the other night, I have not watched any news. I haven't paid attention to any news. I literally watched like house remodel shit on fucking like Facebook shorts and shit. And that's it. And then fucking bodybuilders. That's it.
Like how to pull engines out of vehicles. Oh, we don't watch videos of that.
Yeah.
We do that in real life.
No, we just fucking do that for no reason in the driveway at my house. Because ain't nobody better than a Yukon in my driveway.
Well, I would really just like to take that Yukon and just kind of give it a nice little facelift with a little bit of titanium white.
Titanium.
A little bit of sap green.
Who was that? George Takei, right?
Blue. Yeah.
George Takei.
Yeah.
Oh, George touches guys. George Takei.
That dude's super active on Twitter, speaking of.
Yeah, he's I've heard a couple different reasons why people like him or actors and shit like that. I've heard a couple different reasons, but one that stuck out to me on why they're leftists. Why are they so adamant about being like where they are? One that stuck out to me is they feel guilty. They feel guilty because their money. It may be a hard job to do. You're away for like 6 months shooting a film. But what do you do for a living? You're lying. Literally, that's all you do. You're playing a role, right? And the money comes really fucking easy. Really easy. Money, fame, everybody knows who you are. So you feel guilty, or I don't know how true this is, but it sounded right to me. You feel guilty about you have all this money and all this fame for not doing much work, for not having much of a skill other than acting, right?
I'm
an actor.
There's physical challenges to it when people take on roles that like cause them to gain a bunch of weight or lose a bunch of weight. Famously, most recently, Matthew McConaughey in the Dallas Buyers Club.
Yeah, you know that's very unhealthy. That when they do that shit, it's hard on your body, and
or like when these male leads bulk up.
Yeah, you got
Chris
Hemsworth, Pratt.
Chris Pratt went from like the chubby dude on
The Office.
On the
wasn't The Office? He was in The Office, yeah.
Parks and Rec.
I thought he was in The Office too.
No,
I don't think he was ever in The Office.
He wasn't.
You're thinking John Krasinski?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, they don't even look alike.
Jason, no.
What's wrong with you, Macho?
But they're both like
Randy's had a little bit of the old happy juice today, and
a little bit of sauce here.
If we were to give your T-shirt name color, what would we name that color there?
This is sky blue.
Everything's sky blue tonight, Randy.
I like sky blue.
Are you colorblind, Randy?
No, but I got these dark fucking glasses on at night.
Oh, that's the problem.
Inside a house.
That's the problem.
These bright ass fucking lights over here. So yes,
everything's sky blue to Randy.
Let me see your eyes.
Macho Man Randy. Can you see past the red? I'm talking about the wig.
Sky blue. There's sky blue. Oh my.
Jason, where are we at on time here, bud?
I don't know. What are we doing?
45.
45.
I think that's what we talked about doing too.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Have we covered all of the bases?
We haven't covered any bases tonight. Not
Did I
one.
get all 8 of my colors in the show?
I don't know.
Little phthalo green. I do like that. This is
The
a
which
good
one?
This.
Oh, I love this. The Evil Morty.
This in my ears is good. Yeah. I think we did it. Well,
is that how we're going to take it out from now on? We just play this song
like
while I
to
fucking spit off my Macho Man.
Yeah, I'd like to just,
You get remix.
Once again, thank everyone for coming out here and listening to us.
This song
here.
actually reminds me of how calm Bob Ross is.
Yeah.
We're just going to paint the mountains right here.
Just gonna take a chill pill.
You gotta take it. When you're done, you can go ahead and put this little line right here that
It's
becomes a
your
little
world.
bird. We can go ahead and do another
Do
little bird
anything
over
you
here.
want in it.
Ooh.
This is too much.
Ah.
Titanium.
One more time.
Why?
Would you?
Bro.
I'd fuck me. I'd fuck me so hard. All right. I can't do that.
Yep. So,
all right.
So let's end it on that. I think that's good.
Blue Steel.
Little Bob Ross.
Yeah.
Lip pucker. All right. Thank
Bob
you all
Ross.
for
I bet you
listening.
Bob Ross cut people's skins off and wore them.
You know what? I'm gonna do some more research on Bob. I think he was a hardened military veteran
Dude,
that didn't take no shit, and he probably was just high, just to deal with
think so?
the PTSD or something.
I don't know. Or maybe that's his escape was painting.
No, I think that's his demeanor. I think he was like super broke.
Yeah.
Because I remember that's why he had his hair that way. He would permanent. He would
Just
do a perm.
Yeah.
Because it was cheap.
Really?
He wouldn't have to do his hair for like a month
Oh, wow.
or whatever. So
You know what's cheaper than that?
shaving it off.
Going bald.
Yeah, I'm doing that naturally, so it's cool.
I did it naturally,
I don't even have to, invest.
Trying to get it back is expensive.
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna give up on it, just like my life.
All right, so I'm not gonna fucking take them out. I don't care. You guys love yourselves, love everybody.
We tell you this every
love
time.
everybody in your little circle right there. Hang out with your friends. One thing I do want people to do: spend time with your family.
Especially after we just got this news.
Spend time with your family. There's a couple things in my life I've realized lately that, I love my family. They're awesome. My kids are grown up. They're fucking awesome, right? My wife, love her to death. Even though sometimes I want to cause that. I'm just kidding, I don't.
Oh,
but
it's kill.
No.
Oh.
No. Just spend some time with your family, right? I got to get the table cleaned off out there so we can start having dinners and shit like that again together. It's
Well,
nice,
the holidays are coming up, man. Take
because they're in school. We get little bits and pieces of their life. You know, my twins are getting older. They're getting ready to go to high school next year.
That's
it's like,
wild.
fuck, you know? Yeah, that's crazy.
The holidays are a really good opportunity to suck it up. Say, hey, you know what? This is going to be a chore.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to go to some house, and we're gonna have to do a dinner and this and that. But cherish the little conversations that you have on the side with the people that you're trying to catch up with and haven't seen in a while. And
yeah, and just remember, you know, if you think, you know, going out and going to parties and going and do this and having fun, going this and here and that and this and this, you think that's going to be what your life is like, you know, when you have a family at home and kids at home. No, stop right there. That family, your kids, you spend more time with them than you do anything else in your life.
yeah,
Right? So you need to perfect that or try to perfect that. You know, I'm not good at it. I yell a lot. I get angry. I'm fucking macho man. I can't help it. But I'm trying to work on it.
you just have to incorporate them.
I've realized lately that I need to work on, you know, the anger issues and shit like that with the kids, yelling at them. You know, I don't beat them or anything like that. I should, but I don't.
Yeah,
But,
I'm
you know, if that helps you guys, like, realize something in your life, fucking awesome, you know, because perfect that home life and everything else, it will get easier.
I'm a big proponent.
We got a new cat too, and that bitch is playing with the cord right
Yeah,
now.
she's about to take down our whole setup.
Yeah.
It's going down.
While she starts playing the song from Silence of the Lambs, and I can't stop it. Like,
Just waving her bushy tail.
yeah. All right.
All done.
That's all I got for you.
All right. Well, and this has been another episode of Painting with Old Bob Ross.
And Macho Man Randy Savage.
Thank you for listening.
Deuces.
Take care now.